over the years that it has pleased Almighty God for the Kumekucha brand to be in existence, I have always been super careful when it comes to matters of security. And many people who follow me have never really understood why. Chris bwana, lete information. Wacha hizo zako, eti sensitive. Tulete information bwana. Hii ni njia ya kuuza hiyo WAB zako. Unadanganya sisi, information ungetupatia hapa, unasema iko kwa WAB ambaye lazima tulipie. We Chris ni mkora. And so on and so forth. Yeah. But the truth of the matter is that I am a very patriotic Kenyan. In my view, most of the people who support one part of the political divide are not patriotic. When push comes to shove, they are firm supporters of a certain Kenyan. Yeah, fanatical followers of a certain Kenyan. Period. Patriotism does not come in, which is sad. There is certain information that I can never give out, never even dream of giving out, even if it is in the WAB, because I'm a patriotic Kenyan. And being a patriotic Kenyan, I don't have to like the person who is currently sitting in State House. I don't have to like them. And of course, I appreciate that is a fact that many Kenyans will never be able to really understand. I get it. Many Kenyans will never understand in 100 years why somebody who is patriotic can be able to come out and say the person they favor to be president in 2022, the person who most deserves to be president in 2022, should not be president. Yeah, because they love their country. And they know that despite everything, that person is not the best choice for the country at this particular moment in time. Yeah, many will never be able to understand that one. Anyway, this story of changes in the deputy president's security detail is highly sensitive. So I have to tread very carefully in this particular video, even as I give you as much sensitive information as I possibly can. So please bear with me. But still, I can assure you, at the end of my show today, you will be able to fully understand the real reason why there were such dramatic changes in the security detail of the deputy president, that involved switching the elite GSU recce squad with AP officers, administration police officers. Now, let's start by getting a few key facts into perspective, so that we understand the gravity of this whole saga. The security of the President of the Republic of Kenya, and indeed his deputy, is a very, very serious issue. So serious that immediately after an individual is sworn in as the president of the country, the first thing that happens, many of you will not believe, their cell phone gets confiscated. Oh yes. And if you're a stubborn Kenyan, like some people, you may not understand, and you may not want to understand. Your Excellency, sir, we will need your cell phone. Kwa nini? Kwa nini mnataka cell phone yangu? Your Excellency, sir, it's part of our security protocol. Who sanctioned it? Nani alipea hiyo amri? Mimi rais. Come on. Who else within the borders of this country can give an order contrary to my wishes, my personal wishes? I am the President of the Republic of Kenya. Don't you know that? Yes, Your Excellency, but it is for your own safety. Indeed, the security detail of the President, are the only people who can tell the president, no, sir, that will not be possible. Indeed, the security detail can even lecture the president. Yeah, that is how important security is. Early during the Moi presidency, second president of Kenya, the president quietly slipped out of State House, and walked to the University of Nairobi, which is not very far away from State House. I think the president was really missing his personal freedom of being able to walk anywhere and do what he wanted. If my memory serves me right, what Moi wanted to do was to chat with the university students, maybe have lunch with them, because it was close to lunchtime. But his actions caused a very serious panic, amongst our security instruments in the country. What do you mean you don't know where the president is and you're head of his security? Wewe kichwa chako ni mzuri kweli? I have reason to believe that we have some regulars on this channel who were students at the university at that particular time. And they can fill us in on even more details in our comments area below. Please. But I can tell you the operation to rescue, yes, that's the right English word, the operation to rescue the President of the Republic of Kenya from the University of Nairobi was thorough. Yani the president akaharakishwa, teke akarudishwa State House. That's how serious security is. And even after that, a handful of security chiefs at the time, including the head of the then special branch and the military commander, walikalisha raisi chini, wakamsomea. Oh yes, Your Excellency, sir. Apana. No. There's some certain things that are not possible. You are the president of Kenya. There are certain things you cannot do, sir. Huwezi toka tu status uanze kurandaranda kwa streets. We will not allow it. It is our job not to allow it. You know, a lot of the security arrangements of the president have to be made in advance. For instance, if the president is visiting a certain area, depending on where it is, the location, security arrangements may have to start 48 hours before his arrival to that place. Sometimes even a week before his arrival to that place. Oh yes. And so even a casual visit to the University of Nairobi has to be planned for. Security arrangements have to be made. The president just can't walk out of State House, hands in his pocket whistling, and walk along State House Road, eti anaenda university ako peke yake. How now? No, it doesn't work like that. And this is true all over the world. Now on to this Ruto manenos. We need to appreciate the fact that the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya has created deliberately a situation in our country that is unprecedented. Indeed, I believe it is unprecedented anywhere in the world. And we all know what that situation is, where officially William Samoei Ruto is our deputy president, but unofficially he is out of government. He is the leader of the unofficial opposition to the government. True story. So, what does this mean to his security detail, to his security arrangements? How do you operate as government in such a situation? Because the leader of the unofficial opposition will use his privileged information from his official position to hit back at the same government he is in. Hey, very complex, complicated situation. You have to agree with me, even if you're a DP Ruto diehard supporter. And to quote one of my favorite Kenyan comedians, not Professor Hamo, Yeah, but another one. Hii mambo ni tricky. Hii mambo ni tricky sana. Ni tricky sana. When you appreciate this fact without emotions, you will start to understand some of the things that have happened to the deputy president, which have annoyed his supporters. How can they do this to the deputy president? They've asked. But the issue really here is that security of the state is paramount. Security of the presidency is paramount. And security in government, the government in power, is paramount. Very important. Always remember that the security boys are the only ones who can tell the president, no, hapana, hiyo itawezekana. And so if these people can tell the president no, na president apati ma feelings, who are you as the deputy president to start getting all emotional when the security boys make a decision that you don't like? Now from here I have to tread carefully. The information I'll not be able to give here, you may find in my latest Weekly Intelligence Briefings, number 64, which should be out within the next few hours. Now, based on my very deep and thorough research, the main target of this latest decision that has angered the supporters of the deputy president, confused most Kenyans, was the deputy president's official residence in Karen. Now, this official residence of the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya is much busier than the official residence of the president of the Republic of Kenya. Oh yes! Are you surprised? You shouldn't be. Just read papers regularly. Karen is very busy. Delegation after delegation visiting the deputy president. Meeting after meeting. And now the very tricky situation for the government is the fact that the deputy president's residence is the place where most attacks against the very government he belongs to are plotted, organized. From insults against the sitting president and his government, the very same government the deputy president is supposed to belong to. Very tricky. Especially for the security boys. Let's leave out the politics and look at it this way from a security point of view. The elite, recce, GSU, personnel, are the ones in charge of security at the place where the government that they serve is being attacked politically. The same unit that guards the President of the Republic of Kenya guards the leader of the unofficial opposition. How now? How does that work out? In my view, the government has been way too tolerant up to that point where they touch on the security of the state. And that one, for patriotic Kenyan like myself and many of you out there, is unacceptable. Without any emotion, the time has reached. In fact, the decision is long overdue. A decision has to be made whether the deputy president is within government or is out of it. This member of unofficial leader of the opposition doesn't cut it. It doesn't. The deputy president has told Kenyans he's a good man. He wants to be our president in 2022. It is therefore out of character of what the deputy president is telling us he is, trying to convince us he's that kind of a man. It is completely out of character for that kind of a man to do what the deputy president is doing right now. The right thing to do would be for the deputy president to leave government and then He can point out the weaknesses of this government, the shortfalls of this government, which are many. And of course, many times the deputy president is correct, is right in what he's telling us. Not all the time, but many times. He should leave that government and then tell us those shortfalls properly when he is out of government, no longer the deputy president. Otherwise, he is putting our motherland and its security department in an impossible situation. That is the truth. Now, there's something else very important I want you to take note of. The Deputy President's security detail, GSU recce security detail, was housed within the Deputy President's compound in Karen. In other words, they lived there. Okay? In sharp contrast, the AP, Administration Police Security Detail that has taken over, does not live within the compound. What that means is that the officers are dropped at the Deputy President's residence every morning to take over from the officers that had been guarding the Deputy President's residence over the last 24 hours. Yeah. To simplify it further, the arrangement now at the Deputy President's residence is exactly the same as that in your house if you have a 24-hour security detail from a security company. That means the watchman, who reported at 6 in the evening, yesterday will have another watchman relieve them at 6 in the morning. And then that watchman who goes to sleep at 6 in the morning will report back at 6 in the evening again, and so on and so forth. Something like that. Now, this is a very major change when it comes to security related to the Deputy President. It means, for instance, that the communication arrangements change, the security communications arrangements. Because, for instance, the communication from the headquarters directly to the Deputy President's residence is no longer there. The kind of communication that happens with a command post is no longer there, because there is no longer a command post within the Deputy President's residence. That means a lot of things change. In my view, that is even a bigger change than what most Kenyans have been focusing on. They've been saying the recce security is better trained of a higher level than the AP police, who usually guard government buildings and structures. No, that is not the really significant issue here. Indeed, it is not as significant as the change in the security communications. Now, I hope you fully grasped the real reason for this change. But there's a bigger reason, highly sensitive, which is in my latest Weekly Intelligence Briefings, number 64. And you'll be pleased to know that we have a brand new offer. Just use the email address you see on your screens right now, and you'll be able to learn what the offer is. Rush for it. Until next time, this is Kshs. Kumekucha.